This is our last section, hallelujah, chapter 1. But of course that means we get to test pretty quick here. Alrighty then. Oh, I didn't say that very well. Okay, alrighty then. Angle relationships. All right, you'll notice we have 5 different types of angle relationships. Some of them pretty much overlap here. Okay, but this one stands alone. Vertical angles. Angle 1 and angle 2 are vertical angles. Whenever you have an intersection of two lines, line segments, rays, whatever you want to call them, you will have vertical angles. Now, the neat thing about vertical angles is they are always congruent. Remember now, congruent means they have the same angle measure. Okay, if this one is 50 degrees, angle 2 is 50 degrees. By the way, what would this one be up here? Well, you take 180 minus the 50, you get 130. As would this one be 130. Now you'll see that as we go along. Over on our linear pair. Now linear means line, so this is a line here. Well, what does a straight line add up to? How many degrees is that? Hopefully you all said, say it together, 180. Good. Okay, so these two, 3 and 4, will add up to 180 degrees. Okay, we have angle 3 here and angle 4. So if we know angle 3 is 60 degrees, well, that ain't 60. Let's say it's 40 degrees. Okay, we would take 180 minus 40, and we would get 140 for angle 4. They always add up to 180. Now, that is also true with, let's go down to the bottom here, right below it. Now notice, same thing, right? Well, that's the case because a linear pair is also supplementary. Now, whenever I say sup, like someone walks down the hall and someone says sup to you, you say 180. Now, why would we do that? Because supplementary angles add up to 180 degrees. So, sup, 180, right? Hopefully you responded with that. You're not being a bump on a log here. All right. Now, complementary is, what do you think they add up to? Good. 90 degrees, right? We got our box. Complementary adds up to 90. So if 5 were 50 degrees, 6 would be 90 minus 50 or 40 degrees. Okay. Another way to remember besides sup 180, comp is 90. You can also remember because comp comes earlier in the alphabet. Okay, so it's a smaller angle. That's 90 degrees. Sup is 180. Okay, adjacent angles. Now, when we talk about adjacent angles, we don't know anything about their angle measures. That doesn't even matter. If we're saying adjacent, we're just saying next to each other. For example, 2 desks in the room next to each other, you can call them adjacent desks. All right, now, changing boats in the middle of the stream here. We have 2 different methods now for finding angles when we're given a, wacky word problem type. Okay, 2 angles are complementary. Well, first of all, you got to stop right there and figure out, okay, what's complementary mean again? Well, you can look up above, 90 degrees, but you should know comp is 90. Okay, so they're going to add up to 90. One angle is 14 more than the other. That sounds a little confusing, but what you do is you say, okay, I'm going to go down here and I'm going to say X, I'm going to call X my first angle, just plain old X. Now my second angle, since it is 14 more, I put X plus 14. So X is my first angle, X plus 14 is my second angle, and since I know they add up to 90, that's what I do. I take X, my first angle, plus X plus 14. My second angle equals 90. They add up to 90. X plus X is 2X. I subtract 14 from both sides. I get 2x equals 90 minus 14 is 76. Divide by 2, you get 38. And then since I add up to 90, you can find the other angle by just taking 90 minus 38 is 72. Now there's another way that you can find it. This is kind of cool. We take our 90 and we just divide it by 2, which we know is 45. Okay, then we take our 14 and divide that by 2. That's 7. And then take your 45, and notice this is plus minus. That means take 45 plus 7, 52, 45 minus 7, 38. Or you could say, you know what, once I got 52, I do what I did over here and just take 90 minus 52 is 38. Okay, notice you get the same answer, so it doesn't matter which way you do it. The best way is your way. Okay, 2 angles are supplementary. Sup You said 180, right? Okay, they add up to 180, and they have a difference of 24. So on our other one now, I just abbreviated a little bit. I didn't show that first step where I have the x plus 14 or x plus 24. Okay, I just went right to 2x plus 24 equals 180. Subtract the 24. I just didn't show it here. We're kind of running out of room here. Okay, 180 minus 24 is 156. I take 2x equals 156, so divide by 2, I get 78. And then just take 180 minus 78, I get my other angle of 102. This one, I take my 180 divided by 2, because they're sup, 180. I get 90. Difference 24 divided by 2 is 12, and then I just go 90 plus 12, 90 minus 12, 102 plus 78. Remember, doesn't matter which way your friend does it. If you like it one way, do that because your way is the best way. Talk to you later.